Hello. I just want to take this time to go over some basic rates of change that you find in economics. When you look at calculating the rate of change of economic indicators, the rates of change typically fall into one of three categories. Either period to period, and here I have Q to Q. The reason why I have Q to Q is because we're going to use quarterly data for our example. But if we were looking at monthly data, it would be month to month. But it doesn't matter if it's month to month or quarter to quarter. That general rate of change is called period to period. And then what we also look at is period to period annualized, or in this case, quarter to quarter annualized. And I'll explain the difference there. And then finally, the other one we look at is year over year. In this case, I'm saying change from previous year. So let's look at them one at a time. So let's look at quarter to quarter, or in other words, period to period. Let's take a look at the quarter to quarter change for Q4 1997. So the way you do this is the formula right here. It's the current quarter, which is Q4. This is 7,367.6 over the previous quarter, which is going to be Q3 1997. And that's 7,311.2. You subtract 1, multiply by 100, and that's going to give you a quarter to quarter percent change of 0.73. So a little bit under 1%. Now, what some people want to do is, well, what if this rate of change continued for four more quarters? So this is the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. How much would this number grow if it grew at a rate of 0.73% in one quarter? Well, the way we do that is we take the quarter to quarter percent change, just like we did here. But before we subtract 1 and and multiply by 100, we raise it to the fourth power. So it's going to be this number divided by this number. But before we subtract 1, we're going to raise it to the fourth power. Now, the reason why we raise it to the fourth power is because there are 4 quarters in a year. If this was monthly numbers, we would raise it to the 12th power, not the fourth power. And what this does is it says, what if the rate of change, which is 0.73 in one quarter, what if that rate of change continued for 4 quarters? And what you have to do is you have to take into account compounding. Because what some people do is they would take this number right here, 0.73, and they would multiply it simply by 4, because 4 quarters. And notice you get 2.92%. But if you take into account compounding, you would actually get 2.95%. So that's quarter to quarter annualized. The final one is, well, how much did it grow this from the previous year? And what you do is you take this number, 7,364.6, and divide it by the fourth quarter of 1996. And that's what we see right here. Q7, 1997 Q4 over 1996 Q4. Minus 1 times 100, and you would get a value of 2.95. So there's 3 rates of change. I'm sorry. You would get 3.83. So this is quarter to quarter. This is quarter to quarter annualized, and this is. I'm sorry, alarm went off here. And you get 3.83 for year over year. So those are your 3 types of percent changes. Again, you could do the same thing with monthly numbers. Period to period is, let's say, March 2025 over April 2025. minus 1 times 100. That's going to be your month-to-month percent change. You could also take April 2025 divided by March 2025 raised to the 12th power, because it's monthly, minus 1 times 100, and that's going to be your month-to-month annualized. Or you could take April 2025 and divide it by April 2024 minus 1 times 100, and that's going to be your change from previous year or year over year. That's it for now.